Electrodes.
How old's your daughter?
She's 14.
Okay.
She's a bit older. She's always curious. So she always wants to go these things with me. So I figured if I can show her, maybe.
Yeah, no problem. Basically give a shock over where the nerves run. And the computer times how long it takes from the shock to when the muscle twitches. And there are normal values based on tens of thousands of people having had this done. Alright, so big buzz here. And so if yours is a quick enough response and a strong enough response, then we know that that nerve's okay. And if not, then we know that nerve's a problem. Measure the distance between the 2 points so the computer can calculate the conduction velocity, which is the speed that the signal travels down the length of the nerve.
Yeah.
And again, there are normal values.
It's how fast.
Yeah.
That means it's how fast that little shock takes to get where it needs to go to make my muscles go.
Ooh, science stuff.
Basically,
Biology
we want the speed to be greater than 40 meters per second.
That's kind of fast.
Pretty fast.
It's very fast.
It's about 120 feet or so per second. But when your brain tells something to move, you want it to move quickly, not a long time.
Right.
I want to take a
I'm
while.
gonna think about it.
It's like, all right, move the foot.
Alright, big buzz here.
Oh, that wasn't so bad at all.
And I have you bend your knee up here for me. Do the same thing, but in the back of the knee here. And everybody loves that one.
That actually wasn't too bad.
Good. Now, got one more set of shocks over the back of the calf. These are smaller shocks. They're not as much current, so most people don't run them quite as much. Yeah, I'll wipe it off here in a second for you.
It's okay.
Alright, so a couple of buzzes back here.
Oh, I didn't really feel that at all.
It's a little bitty sensory nerve. They're very, very tiny. They don't take much current at all to stimulate them. The motor nerves that we did first are thicker. They take a little bit more current to get them to respond.
Smack those harder, huh?
Yep. Alright, so the second part of the test, I take a small pin and put it in some of the muscles.
This is the fun part.
Oh, this is the part that you like.
Listen to the nerve activity from within.
You can actually hear it. It's cool. Although it's
Ew.
the sticky part of it's not fun when they poke, but it is pretty cool that you can hear the muscles on here. It's awesome.
The needle is just a little antenna and it picks up that electrical activity.
That's gross and cool at the same time. I wonder if your muscles say bad words.
Probably.
We just don't understand their language.
Well, you translate them into bad words quite often. The muscles talk all the time. They get translated.
Possibly.
You know another language, you didn't even know it. Oh, hey, what are they saying?
So, well, thank you. Relax best you can. You know, it's hard to do with the needle sticking in you. How about point your toes up towards your head for me? Good, and relax now. Alright, same thing, different muscle. Touch here.
Ah. Felt
Good.
that
How
a
about
little bit.
point your whole foot up towards your head. And bend at the ankle for me. That's good. And relax now.
So all that stuff that sounds like feedback is the muscle.
Yep. And so you hear, when I move the pin, you hear the, oh, that's normal. What you don't want is after discharges. So in between the movements, it's nice and quiet. Push down on the gas real hard. pretty good. And then when the brain tells it to move, you hear a lot of things firing off, and that's also normal. That's what you want to hear. I got to wipe the motion off.
That's okay.
Okay. And the same thing on the outside, low punch air. Relax best you can. It's kind of speeding up, slowing down. So that's the brain telling that one fiber to move because it hurts. Nice and relaxed for me. How about push down on the gas real hard? Yeah, so we need.
That was cool. Ooh, that was in there, wasn't it?
Yeah. It gets pretty far in there.
Yeah, I was nice and close on that one.
Alright, we got one more over the quadricep here.
Oh, these are gonna be
Pinch here.
fun.
How about lift the ankle up off the bed? That's good. And just relax now. That one goes in pretty deep because we have a little bit more padding over the muscles up there in the thigh than we do further down. So.
I felt the initial stick, but I didn't feel that at all. One up here.
Good. The nerve endings are closer together. People feel things more intensely the closer you get to the toes, and
Yeah.
less intensely the higher up you go. That way you can feel the ground and it keeps you upright when you're walking. You don't need to have that kind of discrimination in the feeling, the sensation
Right.
further up. Same story with the fingers are much more closer together nerve endings than say
Yeah.
way up here on
That's why
the
it hurts
bicep.
when you get a prick on your finger, but not on your arm.
Yep, that's exactly right. And that's good because you need to be able to feel things on your fingers that you just don't have to feel elsewhere.
You don't need to tell how hot something is on your elbow. Just
Not to the same degree, certainly. Alright, so we should be good there.
Big pokey points.
Put that down so it's not a tourniquet.
Yoga pants. The wearable tourniquet. Alright, you want me to record this leg too, or are we good?
You can stop. That's just the way.
Okay.